I'm at Wegman's. Brought all my reusable bags, of course, because I'm a good citizen of planet Earth. I need kombucha. I need kombucha root beer is what I need. And every time I come here, they're out. It's bumming me out. It is. It's bumming me out. Obviously, if it's always out, then it's a big seller. So order more. I'm not bitching at Wegmans. I love Wegmans. It's a store. It's the grocery store known for having the most, well, as far as MILFs go, you're talking about Wegmans. It's like MILF Central is what I think it's referred to as, but I don't refer to it as that. Some people do. I've given up some things lately, which is like I don't stare anymore. I stopped staring. No, that's not polite. And from what I understand, you're not supposed to say sweetie, honey, or sweetie. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that anymore. I never really did that. Okay, maybe once or twice, but only in a slightly sort of derogatory way. You know, like, sort of like bringing in that base level of like, oh, you're just a sweetie, you know? You're too hot to be anything other than a sweetie. I don't do it anymore. I stopped. Smell it in the air. And I'm not talking about Christmas. That's the smell of MILFs. This is MILF Central. Of course, there's like no kombucha root beer. They have the Dr. Pepper and the cola. I'm taking all of it because I'm pissed off. And that's what I'm sure somebody else is doing. They see that there's the root beer here, so they take it all. And that's what I'm going to start doing because I'm pissed. I'm pissed. I would share. Somebody was coming here and said, hey, you're taking all the kombucha cola, kombucha Dr. Pepper. Say, here, you want one? Because I'm taking the rest of them. I'm taking them all. And I'll tell you something. I called today. As soon as the root beer comes in, I'm buying it all. I am. That's the way it goes. I don't know who the jerk is that's buying all the root beer, but you're pissing me off, dude. You want all the root beer for yourself, don't you? Well, I just did the same thing with the cola and the Dr. Pepper flavored kombucha. I'm selfish, just like you, except this isn't really what I wanted. I'm just more spiteful than anything. See what I'm saying? I want the root beer. Stop taking all the root beer, dude. I don't know that it's a dude. It could be a woman that has good taste. Could be. Fantasy was that they were both nurses and they were shopping together because they're also lesbians. Super hot lipstick lesbians. That's what my little fantasy was. They were shopping together. I think they were nurses. If they weren't, they should have been. Everybody likes a nurse, don't they? Everybody likes nurses. They were nurses, two of them, two lesbian nurses, and they were hot. They were real hot. I'll tell you what Wegman's best product is. I'm going to show it to you right now. I hope they still have it. I just saw a hillbilly from a reality show, or somebody that should be on a reality show as a hillbilly. Look like a hillbilly. All this stuff for your dog here, it's all garbage. It's dog food, all this dog food. Terrible for your dog. It's terrible. Your cat food, terrible. Horrible, horrible, seriously. Find out about a raw diet. All right, this is Wegman's best product. This is what I think. And that's New York cherries. Oh my God, they're unbelievable. Seriously, it's not a sweet cherry. It's a It's like a pie cherry. I hope they have these all year round. They freeze these in advance because the season's over. New York cherries at Wegmans, I'm telling you, they're unbelievable. What I want is a pot pie, but I will refrain. I'm not gonna do it. What else sounds real good is just gravy, you know, like buying a jar of gravy and drinking it. It sounds delicious to me. I'll tell you what else sounds real good is this beef au jus. I'm gonna have to buy this. What's in it? Beef au jus. Oh yeah. This is a drinking condiment. It's going home with me. I know it's gonna be good. Wegmans has their own tuna. I'm gonna try it because how could it be bad? It's a Wegmans product. I'm serious. If I had the choice between a Wegmans product and some name brand, I'd take the Wegman product. It's better. It's definitely better. Wegmans has clam chowder. I don't know if it's gonna meet my test because my test is straight out of the can. I drink it cold like a vichyssoise. We'll see. They got their own soy sauce too, so let's give this a shot. That ain't no MILF. Definitely not. We got red bananas. That's a nice change. I'll do that. 69 cents a pound. Sure. These jumbo blueberries. Wegmans. Highly recommend them. They're real good. Even Sam loves them. So do I. Recommend them. You should get them. Wegmans jumbo blueberries. Wegmans marinara sauce, real good. This is when you'll see. This is when you're going to see the hotties in Wegmans. Saturday night. You know what I'm saying? They don't have anything to do because they're so hot. So instead of like going out and having a good time, meeting people or whatever, they go to Wegmans and buy some food. Maybe go home and drown their sorrows in a sandwich or something. They're lonely. Go home and hang out with the cat. I mean, that's if you're talking about the older hottie. The younger hotties are probably out right now. Or they're getting ready to go out. They have plans and they probably have dates. They're probably not super jaded yet. They're not spiteful yet, but they will be. That's the point. If you're looking for an older one, it's hot and probably sort of spiteful. That's how they get, sort of. You know, things don't go right in their life. I'd try Wegmans. Seriously, Wegmans is awesome. Have I ever picked up on anybody at Wegmans and, you know, gotten lucky? No, I haven't, but it might happen. Might totally happen. Might happen next time I'm here. Maybe. Maybe not. Remy's here though, so you know, what could I do? Oh, Remy, you stay here in the car while I go inside this motel room with this person that I just met. It's pretty much like anonymous sex, Remy. It's like 1972. We're gonna do it. You wait here. This is a human thing. You won't understand, Remy. The chicken's heavy. It is. I'm upset though. I got food. I'm gonna eat something. Check it out. It's Leo. It's Leo catching a frisbee with his dad. He catches it and watch him bring it home. Watch him bring it, spin it into heel like he's supposed to. Here's Leo doing the dummy launcher with his dad. See? You get the dog trained, you bring him home and you can start working with him. Look at this, watch this. He moved a little bit, he stopped him by saying no. And then he releases the dog. That's a very long retrieve. I think that he's using the high loads, the large loads. Look at it. I can't even see Leo at this point. I mean, that went a great distance. Um, he did the retrieve, though. I only had him on the medium-sized loads. But he does. He goes out there, finds it, and he's bringing it back. Here he comes. Got to work with your dog. Work with him daily. That's awesome. What a good job. See him praising his dog. So the cord is installed. It's installed on the roof at the front part where the ice dam happens. I have ice on it. I just plugged it in. I'm going to go to Wegman's, see if it shows any difference when I get back. It should. It's running like 4 amps or something. Something like that. It's higher than I thought it would be. You know, it only has to be about 34 degrees. That's all that has to happen. If the cord is 34 degrees, it will melt the ice. So let's see if it, but 4 amps, I think it gets warmer than, you know, 33, 34 degrees. It probably goes to the 40s or something. That's what I'm thinking. We'll see. We'll see. So I plugged the cord in. I don't think that it works like I think it should work, which is you plug it in and it instantly starts melting. I don't think that it works like that. I think that it is that the plug, the wire, ends up being like, not hot. It doesn't get hot. It just gets warm and warm enough to melt the ice. So, you know, and I mean, they make them, so obviously they probably work. So, I mean, one of those icicles is, you know, almost 2 feet long. I mean, I've seen it get on my roof, you know, that thick, real thick, and then sheets slide off to weigh hundreds of pounds, and it could, you know, cause a problem. You know, I'm going outside with the dog. Wait a minute, I gotta go like deal with this. We'll see. We'll see. I had kombucha root beer in a long time because some idiot is coming here and buying them all before me. That's why he's an idiot. It sucks. This case better be here. It better. Maybe the idiot came and said that it was his case. An idea. A calendar. The girls of Wegmans. But it's not the girls that work here. It's the hot MILFs that come in here. You start picking them out. You're hot. You want to be Miss December? You contact me. I'll put the calendar together. I'll be the creep standing outside the store. Hey, you're kind of hot. You want to be on a calendar? Clothed. Bikinis. Probably. It depends. If they're MILFs, it depends. I think that this is customer service here. They have like a concierge or something. We'll see. We'll see. It's packed today. Packed. Corning, New York. Come on, you could buy my merch on Teespring. That's where you don't buy this. It's all the Stepford family. It's like mom, blonde hair, long. Kids, blonde, long hair, long. The CBD, that's like $60. That's insanity. That doesn't even have THC in it. It's just CBD. Come on. All these products are hemp extract. All of them. Everything has to do with CBD. I'm sorry. I see it as a scam. What they're doing is they're taking the part of the plant. Hi, how you doing? So a case of kombucha root beer is 8 bottles. That's it. It's just little tiny 8 12-ounce bottles. He's got another one back there. I said I'll take it. 16 bottles. Here he comes. Screw that guy that's buying them all. Now I have them all, dude. Star fruit is priced at $4 a piece here. I'm not doing that. That's crazy. And the lobster bisque, I don't know. It could be good. It could be bad. It's not an exaggeration when I say that's where hot women are in this area. Is Wegmans. It's not. That like as a place that you might see beautiful women would be Wegmans in Corning. I bought some shrimp because I need to eat something. I've been working with dogs. So I bought shrimp cocktail. Yum.
I'll eat the tail. See, she's really attractive. You can't see her, but I can. Attractive women like white cars for some reason. I don't know what it is. How's that for a mukbang? It's almost, I've almost eaten everything within 2 minutes. Two minutes, 14 seconds. Yes, it was a competition against myself and the clock. That's what it was. It was a competition. All right. I need gas. That was good. I needed to eat. I love her. You're great, Remy. You are. You're great. You're my friend. You're my best friend, Remy, aren't you? I don't care. Screw the humans. I don't care what they do. You're my best friend. You're a pigeon. What am I going to do? Like her. She was real hot. Was driving in her Chrysler van. Looks like a Chrysler, I think. I don't know what that is. She was hot. That white car thing is sort of like similar to like women that have huskies are generally hot. What's another factor? Oh, I don't. Put the seatbelt on. And baby's on board. By baby, I'm talking about Remy. I think about that. I've stepped short. I go up and grab her and shit. It's like you ever drive around with your mom or your dad, and they stop real quick and they do that thing, throw the arm over. That was back in the day when we didn't have seatbelts. Well, we had them, but nobody used them. No one used them. Are you kidding me? You are a loser if you had a seatbelt on. It's pretty much how it was. I didn't know anybody that wore them. No one. I remember my father drove a lot, and he said he didn't like them because, like, if you went into a dip or something, it just caused the seatbelt to like kind of tighten up on you or something. I don't know. He had some, but then he started using them. I mean, it's not a big deal. I mean, now everybody has to look like they care. That's what it was. Like it doesn't look tough. It doesn't look. You don't look like a tough guy after using a seatbelt. It's like smoking cigs. Well, back in the day, you smoke cigs, you look like a tough guy. I don't care about cancer. It's a cigarette. It's delicious. It's no good. It's no good. Now you look like an idiot if you smoke. You do. You look like an idiot. And I know I have some friends that still smoke. I have a friend that quit and started up again. I have two friends that smoke cigs. I'm like, you're an idiot. Both of them are alcoholics, right? One of them isn't drinking. The other one, I suspect, is. That's what I suspect. Something's up. Something's up. Something's not right. I thought this before and I was correct. It's so stupid to be locked into, like, you know, I wake up, I need my root beer kombucha. See what I'm saying? The kombucha, though, is like, that's not like waking up, I need a beer. It's different. But I do like the root beer kombucha. I'm real happy about it. We invented cocktail sauce for shrimp. Who invented that? I don't know. What is that? Like ketchup with horseradish in it? Something like that. It's some kind of red thing with horseradish in it. I don't know who decided that. You see it all the time. I like it. I mean, if it's there, I'll use it. But if it isn't there, no, I have bought that before. I have bought cocktail sauce. I have bought. Here's an example. Let me stop and quick and grab it. I bought that because I was buying fried shrimp in Brooklyn. This is fascinating, I know. So I went into the dollar store down there. It's not Dollar General, but it's like a dollar store. And I bought some cocktail sauce just because I had a hankering for some cocktail sauce. That tartar sauce, it's okay. I'll use that. That's not anything that I would ever buy, though. Wait a minute. Yes, I have. I have bought a bottle of that when I was fried fish. I was just like, well, it needs cocktail or tartar sauce. I don't know what that is. That's mayonnaise and tartar? I don't know. Like, what is that? Like mayonnaise and relish in there? Like, it's like a pickle relish in there? It's something like that. I don't get that condiment at all. It's not a super popular condiment. Super popular condiment would be something like mayonnaise. That would be a very popular condiment. Ketchup, it's strange that it is as popular as it is. I was never a ketchup fan as a kid. I don't like ketchup, really. One way I like ketchup and one way only. And that's chili 3 ways. So you boil the spaghetti, you heat up the chili with beans, and then you put the chili on top of the spaghetti after it's cooked, and then you just add like a ring of ketchup. That's what it is. It's ketchup. And the reason why I do that is because of Steak and Shake. That's how Steak and Shake makes chili 3 ways. You would have Parmesan cheese on top too. So I will buy ketchup for that and for that only. When I make that dish, that's the only time that I buy ketchup. I'm never putting ketchup on a hot dog. What kind of cretin does that? You put ketchup on a hot dog? What the hell is the matter with you? Mustard can go on a hot dog. That's acceptable. The best hot dogs to have would be Chicago hot dogs. The hot dogs in Chicago are fantastic. God, there's nothing else like that. Right after college, I moved to Chicago for about 6 months, and I worked at this place, Chicago Silkscreen. It was a miserable job. I hated it. I couldn't have hated that job anymore. I was washing out, for a month or so, I was just washing screens. I was like, this is the worst fucking shit I've ever done. For like a solid month, or maybe even 2, but it was money coming in, so I did it. But I was like, I don't want to do this. I mean, I knew how to do a silk screen. Did I want to learn that end of the? I don't even think people do silk screen. Well, I guess they do, but I didn't want to do that as a profession. Oh, I'm going to be a printer. I'm going to be a commercial printer. Forget it. That's the stupidest shit. That's a horrible job. I'm sorry. Somebody does that. It's a job. It'd be a horrible job for me, is what I'm saying. It's a bad job for me. I'm really interested to see if the ice is melting from that cord. I don't know. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I think that it works above 15 degrees. It's 21 or 22, so it should have some kind of impact on it. We'll see. We will see. The drum roll. Gas is low. I'm going to stop in Dandy. Maybe get water, gas, see if Lolita still works there. I don't know. I haven't been going to Dandy much. Dollar General's there. I don't. If Lolita was working in there, I'd go in there more and look at her, like the old creepy guy. I would do that. I'm an old creepy guy. I'll do that. But how am I gonna? Maybe she's in there. Maybe she's not. Leo's dad went in there to see if Lolita was working, and he said no. I gave him a pretty good description of what Lolita looks like. And he texted me. It was on the way out of town. He said I had to stop in there to get beef jerky. And Lolita was not in there. You would know Lolita if you saw her. If you went in that Dandy Mart, you'd be like, oh, that must be Lolita. There's a couple and there's a few in there that could be Lolita, but there's only one Lolita. So I'm sorry, there is only one Lolita, but there are some cute girls that work in Dandy. Even Dollar General, there's a couple cute girls in Dollar General I've seen. I'm trying to change my ways of like really sounding like a pig. I don't want to sound like a pig. And I didn't before the Me Too movement and all this PC shit has started. I didn't. I was fine with this. I could say sweetie and stuff like that, which like now I can't because that's what, our president does. And it's really looked down upon. It's sort of like putting a woman in, I've learned this over the years, like they're more than just an object, right? Guys, stop looking at the women like they're just sex objects. They're not. Don't say, yes, I know, my wife can do cooking and cleaning. A woman, a female human is a lot more than somebody that, come on. I mean, seriously, it's the truth. So it is sort of rude in the past when I've said sweetie. I get it now. I get it, and I get a lot of this that I never got before just because it's being drilled into us right now, this point in our life. Women have gotten the short end of the deal for a long fucking time. You think they haven't? Come on. It's bullshit. Testosterone kept them down, and it's just bullshit. It's bullshit. Women are totally capable of doing whatever a guy can do. Maybe physically, a dude, the testosterone helps. Okay, but I'll tell you one thing: it doesn't take any strength to pull a trigger. They could definitely, women should be in the military doing what the guys do. And if you can't handle, it's like if you were in the military and some gay dude's in the military, you can't handle that he's gay. Well, you need to leave the military. If you don't want to work next to the woman. What do you want? She can fire a gun. She might not be as good at hand-to-hand, but she can pull a trigger. You don't want to get in that situation anyway. You don't want to get hand-to-hand. You don't want to do that. You don't want to be wrestling with the enemy. You talk about a match you don't want to lose. There's a war going on and you're stuck in that situation. Neither person has a gun or a weapon, and you got to fight them. You got to fight them with your bare hands. It's the enemy. It'd be pretty horrendous. The problem would be your adrenaline would be going, and so would the dude that you're fighting. Their adrenaline would be going. But I don't think that generally nowadays in the military you definitely could end up in that situation hand to hand. That could happen, but a lot of it is human beings. We kill from a distance. That's our one thing that really sets us apart from all the other animals, is that we kill, and we can kill from hundreds of miles away. We're as violent as the chimp, maybe more so. Don't fight a chimp, they'll kick your ass. There's no way. There isn't a human alive that can protect themselves against an adult chimp. You're dead. You might not be dead, but your face is getting ripped off. They pull off your fingers. They pull your fingers out of the sockets and stuff. They gouge out your eyes. chimp starts ripping your face off, doing that crap. I don't know why I got on that tangent, but it is the truth. Don't ever let anybody talk you into like doing MMA against a chimp. Whatever amount of money you're gonna get paid. Let's see if Lolita's here. Oh fuck, she might be in here. I'm gonna have to go look. I'm going to look. I think that might be her. I'll give a report, okay? So this is strange. I go in there and like I don't know if that was Lolita. Lolita might have gotten her hair different. It could be a new Lolita. It's an attractive. I think that's Lolita with a different hair. I think that's the case. Like sometimes the chicks, you go in there and they, like, is that the same girl? I don't sound like I'm very observant, do I? Oh, she's super hot. Yeah, but I don't know if that's her. Is that another girl? Lolita has sort of normal features. She's sort of like normal looking, like she's pretty. She's a pretty girl, but there's nothing like really like you know how some people are like exotic looking. She's not exotic looking. She's American, like all American looking. That look, like all American white looking. That kind of look. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not really sure if that was Lolita or somebody that's as attractive as Lolita and has like similar features, meaning pretty, but not an exotic pretty. You know what I'm saying, right? There's a lot of women that, I'll give you an example. You go to New York City, there's a lot of women that sort of look the same. Like I had a friend that lived upstairs that was a model, and I'd always go, I'd be in Williamsburg or something, and I thought I saw Allie, and it wasn't Allie, and I said, I thought I saw you in Williamsburg. She said, no, Williamsburg, come on, man, there's all kinds of women over there that look like me. Blonde, small nose. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of models that really look really similar. Like, they're all pretty. They're all like, you know, delicate features, small nose, that kind of thing. I don't really know Lolita other than like glancing at her in a store, so I don't know. I think that might be Lolita with a different hairstyle. I think. I'll go back. I'm gonna do some reconnaissance. Now I'm going back to Dandy again. See, I haven't been going to Dandy in months. That might have been her. I'm gonna have to start going back. I'm going back just to make sure that that's either Lolita or not Lolita. And I don't think Lolita is as young as I thought she was. She's clear. Lolita's definitely adult. She's definitely adult. Is she at an age where she would be interested in dating somebody my age? No, she'd have no way. No. I'm sorry. I've talked about this many times that like all the women that I've dated in the last 20 years have been really close to my age. The youngest woman that I dated would probably be Christy, and I think Christy was 34, and I was probably, maybe she's 32. 48, something like that. It's 48, something around there, I think. So I don't go, talked about this many times, but I date the hypothetical 20-year-old. Where she'd have to be very special, she'd have to be super smart, she'd have to be like a genius for sure. I've already finished college at 20 and work as an underwear model, and I would drive around, stop, and this is my girlfriend. She's a genius, she's a scientist and an underwear model. I'd be stopping the car. Hi, how you doing? My name's Peter. I just wanted you to meet my girlfriend here. She's 20, she's an underwear model and works as a scientist. I'd brag about it. Most people would. Most people would. I can't believe I'm not sure if that was Lolita or not. I when she was walking away, hang on, this is really gonna sound like I'm a pig. When she's walking away, this girl sort of looked. And I think it was Lolita, because Lolita has I don't know how to put this without sounding like a pig. Let's just say she has a nice figure. She's a nice figure, and that was really reminiscent of like 2 months ago, probably the last time that I saw Lolita. I got to go back there, man. That could have been Lolita's sister or something. This is my new thing now. I'm gonna do this for my channel. I'm gonna find out, is that Lolita? I did consider making some videos where I interview the girls from Dandy Mart. I've considered it. There's some of them that are really nice down there. It just sort of be interesting to like interview them to see what they're about. Like, I don't know, it's a thought. I think that's interesting, like, just interviewing like the everyday person and just talking to them. I think that could be an interesting deal. The dudes down there, there's a couple dudes that work down there. There's one dude down there that I'd like to interview. He says he smokes the weed. He told me he did. I wouldn't ask him, unless it was legal in this state, about smoking weed. I wouldn't want to get him in any trouble with Dandy. I'm sure none of those kids down there smoke weed. Maybe one or two, but not a lot of them. I'd like to interview him. We'll see. I got a lot of ideas coming up. I would like to interview some people. Maybe even do it live. That's Lolita. She won't be the first. I could think of the first person that I'd want to interview in there. I would. She's interesting. She's friendly and has she's a dog owner. Okay, now, I don't see that cord doing a fucking thing. Are you fucking kidding me? I've been gone for over an hour. I see it doing nothing. What the fuck? There's a guy down the road that grows corn, and I think he grows hay or straw. Have I ever seen beans in there? Maybe I've seen him growing soybeans. Maybe, I don't know. I could be wrong on that. But he uses cow manure, and there's snow on the ground. He's got the trucks out there. I guess it's good to take the trucks. It's easy for him because the ground's hard. It's frozen. So he has these semi-tractor trailer truck type things. It looks like something you would transport gasoline in. So that they come and then they just go out on the guy's farm and just start dumping it. And I was thinking, like, how much does that cost? Like, what? There must be you have to get rid of it. You have to get rid of it, but I mean, that's one of those things that having a cow or a horse that I would think would be a sellable commodity. It's like there's already a market for it. Like, I bet if you have a horse and you keep all the manure, somebody will come pick it up. I bet they'll do it like once a year. They'll just come get it and not charge you a thing. It will cost you nothing. It's gold. It's like gold. It's poo gold. It's brown gold is what it is. I keep thinking about I'm doing this again. I'm thinking about like investing, and I don't have money to invest, but I've been thinking about it lately. I've been thinking about it ever since I stopped investing. I've never stopped thinking about it. Like, what is a good area to invest in? And I do think that cannabis stocks would be a good area, and in particular I'm thinking like
those companies that make the nutrients, the chemicals, like that's natural, okay? That's worth something. That's worth something, definitely. That's a preferred thing for a lot of farming. But if cannabis is legalized in all states, there would be more need for like that hydroponic shit they do, which I think they're actually using hydroponic systems to grow lettuce and stuff now. That's why when you go to the, I mean, look at some of the lettuce you buy. It looks like it wasn't grown in dirt. It doesn't look like it was grown in dirt. But that's not where the money's gonna be. They probably just use whatever for that. But like nitrogen is just nitrogen. That's all it is. It's a chemical. It's like calcium is calcium. And I would imagine, well, hang on, wait a minute. They got to get the nitrogen from somewhere, and I think they get it from urine or feces from animals. So you have to process that. So I bet there would be a cost in that. But still, I'm thinking that it's shit or piss. So it's relatively, people give it away, sort of, or it's not expensive. So that chemical to grow plants, when I don't think it's real expensive, because there's chicken farms, there's cattle farms, there's dairy farms, there's pig farms. This shit's everywhere. So nitrogen is not expensive. Nitrogen isn't. Like when I buy nitrogen, I'll buy it in the bag and I use it on the pawpaw trees. And I buy like these 5, 6, I don't know, it's like a small bag. It's like $3 or $4 at Walmart. But then I see other brands of nitrogen. It's this nitrogen that is more expensive. And it boggles my mind that people are trying to pass, like, there's not a better nitrogen. I don't believe it. Not when you're talking about chemicals, but I've noticed that on the internet too. Like I was typing in fertilizer. I wanted to have, I give my pawpaw trees earthworm castings. So a bunch of that stuff came up that like cannabis growers would, and I could see that like there's a whole market there it's tailored to that market. Even the labels, everything, the labels look cool or whatever, the labels look good. It's like the labels have nothing to do with nitrogen. It's like they're selling something. I would imagine that that's where money will be. How many years into, every year it seems like a state becomes, cannabis is legalized. So I would imagine, I don't know. I have some friends that they thought the same thing. Their sister is in that line of work, cannabis, and she said to do such and such stock. It was a stock on the Canadian stock market, and my friends, they made money. They made a lot of money. I don't know. It's the one that I think of. It's like back in the day, it was biotech. That's what I was interested in because it seemed to make sense, like genomics and all that was Dolly the sheep. All that was happening, and it all made sense to me. And that's why I did good. This makes sense because it makes sense for our country as a revenue stream for the government and to help pay for healthcare for all. That should be one of those that you would tax extremely heavy. That's my whole idea, is like they should just do that. It's not like, there's been talk about just like making a sales tax that like would tap, that doesn't make as much sense. That doesn't. One, the sales tax, you're going to have people that are poor that aren't going to be able to pay for it, pay for food, stuff like that. But I don't know. They have to do something. They have to find the money somewhere if they're going to do it. That's my suggestion. It's just to tax anything. Tax things according to how bad they are for a human.
cigarettes, you could buy them if you want to pay the tax, which is going to be outrageous. You want to pay $100 a carton? Okay, you can have your cigarettes. Here you go. Here's your carton. Well, maybe it's already $100 a carton, isn't it? Oh yeah. Okay, so in New York City, cigarettes are what, like $11, $12 a pack. So now they cost 30. That's arbitrary. I don't know. It'll be according to how bad it is for a human. We'll use an actuary or some kind of algorithm to figure out exactly how much we tax an AR-15, which would be real high. Probably shouldn't be any higher than any other semi-auto, but because we're talking about military style, it's essentially the same rifle. It's like a deer rifle, so it's military style. We'll have to have some kind of loophole where we just tax the shit out of those. That's the one gun you can have it, but you want an AR-15, it'll be $25,000 or something. It's ridiculous. Who wants to play Army Man? That shooting today, another one. Kid did it on his birthday. I don't know. This last 20 years, it's a real trend. It's a problem. It's a problem. It's a trend. It's a trend among the youth, the disenfranchised youth. They can't just leave the planet. They have to take people with them. I don't know. It's not fair. How about that? That's not fair. That's not fair. Why don't you just go? Just go. All this Christmas shit, I can't stand it. I think it's stupid. The pine cones? What the fuck is that? The silver pine cones or the golden pine cones? No thanks. No thank you. You ruined the pine cones. You painted them silver. Why would you do that? Those regular pine cones, they smell like cinnamon. Why would you do that? These shitty little trees over here. Once again, why? Why? Why would you do that? Pumpkin pie, I saw some of those coming in, but I can't imagine that would be good for me. Pumpkin pie? No, I'm not buying it. But I will buy some chocolate. Buy this too. Sure. I eat it more like food though. It has 8 grams of sugar, the other has 4. I'll try these. Bought a ton of meat. I don't know, seems like the thing to do. Sort of in a screwed up mood. I was getting clothes together to go do laundry, and there's Ike's blanket. And I'm like, am I really gonna clean this thing? It's falling apart. It's an old wool blanket. I should just pitch it. And I tried throwing it away, and I'm like, I can't do it. So I'm not doing laundry, but I'm going to wash that blanket. Maybe I'll use it for another dog or something. I just couldn't ditch it, and it bummed me out. It bums me out. I miss the dog. I do. I miss him a lot. All right, I guess I'm getting a taco kit. Leggings has it. Yum. Check it out. Wegman sells QB. God damn, this store is awesome. Seriously. I'm telling you, QB. Wow. It's a great store. That is very spectacular looking. Clearly a ex-gymnast. Maybe she still cracks coconuts with her thighs. Or, it's pretty amazing. Saw mommy. She's a little shorty. She's hot. She looks like after this she's probably going to go pick up one of the kids at soccer practice or something. It's pretty hot. Spoons are like, that's like $4 for this? Really? That doesn't it? I don't know. All right, okay. I need them for something, so around.
around. Is that the only choice I get for like measuring spoons? And no, here's some for like $10. They're metal. God damn. I ended up getting in the line with Mommy. And by Mommy, I mean, she could have been my mom. She was smoking hot. Where'd she go? She ignored me. It was intoxicating. It was totally intoxicating. I was trying to start up a conversation. The conversation didn't start up. I tried though. I gave it my best college effort. She was of age, man. She was way over 30. Way over 30, I think. She's totally of age. I gave it a shot. Should have chat her up. Didn't work. Oh well. I love my new shoes. I love my new muck shoes, so it's all good. It is. I spent probably $100 on cheese, at least $100 just on cheese. Got the dog's food. Got chocolate for myself. I'm gonna eat some as soon as I get in the car. There's Remy waiting for me. She's fucking awesome. Love that bird. I do. I love Remy. Remy, I love you. You're awesome. Hang on. Want some chocolate? If you're gonna eat chocolate, you can eat it as food. Get stone ground if you can find it. It's worth it. This is 85%. 4 total sugars. That's it. 4. Let's see. It smells good. It smells right. I can't eat this shit chocolate anymore. I tried that Russell Stover's. I could not eat it. It was garbage. I threw it away. I did. Oh man. Wow. How'd they pull that off? Product of Peru. I don't know how they pulled this off. Wow. All right. I know how they do. Well, I was gonna say it's awfully sweet. It's not half the bar. It's there's 3 servings in this. So it's bigger than this. It's a big bar. It's still, that's really low. Man. It's a new chocolate company. I'm eating this stuff, man. Wow. Taste is sublime. It's fucking amazing. Tastes pretty sweet. I'm sure it's stone ground. Let's see what it says. Product of Peru. I don't want Remy eating any of that. Man, I don't know, but they make a really good product. That's really awesome. I bought another one. It's back there. It's totally unsweetened. Nothing. Oh, we'll see. This isn't even slightly bitter. There you go, I'm full. I don't eat candy anymore. I eat chocolate as food. I knocked a veneer or a cap out. I look like a hillbilly. I'm going to the dentist. It's Saturday. She said she'd drive. She sounded cute. She did. She sounded real cute. But she's a dentist. I don't think about stuff. Oh, she's a dentist. I can think about stuff like that. So she said that she was going to put my tooth in. I just had to drive down to Corning, and she'll glue it back in. I got it in my pocket because this don't look so good, does it? That don't look so good, Peter. Put your tooth back in. God, I said, goddamn, man, you knocked out my fucking tooth. I gotta go to the dentist, dude. You smacked me in the head. Got no tooth left. I look like a hillbilly. Goddamn, look, it's not there anymore. Cleophas knocked my fucking tooth out. Call the police. Tooth's back in. The dentist was cool. She said this, I'm probably gonna need a root canal. So you might see me as a hillbilly. Yeah, she was cute. She's cute. She's married. She's married, of course. No, she's great. She's a good dentist. But I'm probably gonna have to get a root canal. It's very nice, very nice. I'm good. This is a partner of my dentist, and I went to a dentist before this because insurance covered it. And I'm like, I want to go back to my. These people are my dentist. I want to go back to them, and that's what I'm gonna do. I'm going back to them. I like them. Corning to get my tooth put back in. So I'm down here. I did like that dentist, man. I like all those dentists at that place. That dentist was cool. My dentist is cool. The tooth in, so I'm not looking so hillbilly. Goddamn, look, he ain't got a tooth. So I'm at Wegman's. I'm gonna see if I can pick me up some root beer or something, because Wegman's is awesome. I need a cart. You know what? Well, I'm gonna get a cart. Damn, motherfucker, knocked my tooth out. I look terrible without a tooth. I'm gonna have to. She's saying it's probably not gonna stay. I'm probably gonna have to get a root canal. What are you gonna do? You know? Now that's an remember I was talking about having a bad day this morning? Maybe y'all don't remember it because you weren't at my live stream. I was talking about a bad day. See, that's a bad day, knocking out your fucking cat. You know? Like 9:20, Wegmans, there's no one in here. There's nobody in here. It's ridiculous. You know, far be it from me to say that I'm like a uplifting person to be around 24/7. I'm not like, I'm not very much a cheerleader for sure. I'm real negative. I woke up this morning and I was like, I was live streaming. I was, get out of here, shit like that. I was like, just go, bam, you're hit, you know, just doing that kind of shit. And I'm dealing with this dentist just now. The woman was so pleasant, like the antithesis of me, absolutely. Like, not a cheerleader type. She wasn't like that. She wasn't like not a Pollyanna type. She was just sort of friendly and sort of like everybody at that office, to tell you the truth. Like if I was a dentist, they wouldn't want me as the dentist in their office. It'd be like, no, Dr. Caine, he's got a bad attitude, and a lot of people think he's sort of crazy. And Dr. Caine, the dentist, he was covered in hair. He was the worst dentist I've ever had. He smelled like he works at a pet store. It was a horrible experience. No, she was very pleasant. She was pleasant. If you have a dog that's afraid of the vacuum cleaner, any kind of sound like that, it doesn't have to be. But you have to fix the dog. You have to make sure that the dog understands that it doesn't, it's about compliancy. It shouldn't be go hiding underneath the couch or anything like that. That's total, the dog's a mess, it's afraid. If you can't fix the dog, find somebody that can help you with this. If you went over this with the dog when it was young, sounds like that, you wouldn't have this issue. If you got the vacuum cleaner out when the dog was a puppy and it wasn't in a crate, you screwed up. So the dog's running around because you got the vacuum cleaner. What, you think it's cute? You trained your dog to be terrified. You should go over this. You should go over, this is the truth. Hunting dogs are notorious for being friendly and stable around loud sounds. That's because most people that have hunting dogs, they've gone over starter pistols, shotguns. They've gone over all this with them. So when they're around a subway, whatever, the dog's real stable. It's beneficial to the dog. If you get a puppy, it doesn't matter if it, hey, Marty, you're not sitting straight. It doesn't matter what breed of puppy it is. You buy a $40 starter pistol and go over this shit. The one thing that I want to say is you don't stand right by the dog and use this. They'll freak out. Now, I've been working with Mardi and Jules for a few days, and I'm about, when I do this, I'm about 50 feet away. Let me get him straight. Let me move the camera. I'll get him straight, and we'll work with Mardi. The camera's about 30 feet away. We're starting to get close now. And we won't get any closer than this until I see it's real stable at this distance, and then we'll go. It's in increments. When I first started doing this, I was in the back, and I've also, Marty, sit. I've also done this in the house, muffling the starter pistol with a box. You can put it in a glove. It'll tear up a glove. It'll tear up a leather glove. Marty, sit. You'll see Marty. Pretty good. I'll move the camera closer, and you can see Marty's expression when I shoot. Marty, sit. You're a good boy, Marty. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy, Marty. Sit. Beautiful. Beautiful job, dude. That was freaking awesome. Good job, brother. That's good. Good boy. You're awesome, man. Good job, Marty. Good job, dude. Get back up on there. Sit. That's pretty good, dude. Here, let's go get Jules. I've never met a dog that has to be afraid of any noises. In other words, if your dog is afraid of the vacuum cleaner, it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be. If you don't want to work with the dog, your dog's frightened, pay somebody else to work with your dog. If you have a hunting dog that is gun shy, you got a hunting dog, and then you found out it was gun shy, then somebody trained it improperly because they should have gone over this. And that dog does not have to be a house dog. You can train it to be not gun shy. Right, Marty? Marty, get back on here a little bit better, will you please? Marty's not paying attention. Hang on. Sit! Let's try this over again, Marty. Sit. If you have a dog that's afraid of the vacuum cleaner, any kind of sound like that, it doesn't have to be. But you have to fix the dog. You have to make sure that the dog understands that it doesn't, it's about compliancy. It shouldn't be go hiding underneath the couch or anything like that. That's total, the dog's a mess. It's afraid. If you can't fix the dog, find somebody that can help you with this. If you went over this with the dog when it was young, sounds like that, you wouldn't have this issue. If you got the vacuum cleaner out when the dog was a puppy and it wasn't in a crate, you screwed up. So the dog's running around because you got the vacuum cleaner. What, you think it's cute? You trained your dog to be terrified. You should go over this. You should go over, this is the truth. Hunting dogs are notorious for being friendly and stable around loud sounds. That's because most people that have hunting dogs, they've gone over starter pistols, shotguns. They've gone over all this with them. So when they're around a subway, whatever, the dog's real stable. It's beneficial to the dog. If you get a puppy, it doesn't matter if it, hey, Marty, you're not sitting straight. It doesn't matter what breed of puppy it is. You buy a $40 starter pistol and go over this shit. The one thing that I want to say is you don't stand right by the dog and use this. They'll freak out. Now, I've been working with Mardi and Jules for a few days, and I'm about, when I do this, I'm about 50 feet away. Let me get him straight. Let me move the camera. I'll get him straight, and we'll work with Mardi. Marty, you need to sit on that straight, son. You need to sit straight, son. Come on, here. Sit. Marty, sit. The camera's about 30 feet away. We're starting to get close now. And we won't get any closer than this until I see it's real stable at this distance, and then we'll go. It's in increments. When I first started doing this, I was in the back, and I've also, Marty, sit. I've also done this in the house, muffling the starter pistol with a box. You can put it in a glove. It'll tear up a glove. It'll tear up a leather glove. Marty, sit. You'll see Marty. Pretty good. I'll move the camera closer, and you can see Marty's expression when I shoot. Marty, sit. You're a good boy, Marty. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy, Marty. Sit. Beautiful. Beautiful job, dude. That was freaking awesome. Good job, brother. That's good. Good boy. You're awesome, man. Good job, Marty. Good job, dude. Get back up on there. Sit. That's pretty good, dude. Here, let's go get Jules. That's Jules back there. He's a 2-year-old Caine. He gets excitement when he goes into the city. There's a lot of visual excitement. There's all these noises and everything. Working with the starter pistol, this is so important for this dog. He lives in Staten Island. They go into the city all the time. He has to become stable. And he has. Hey, Jules, what are you doing? If you have a dog that's frightened of stuff, or there's like an overexcitement, you have to work with them. It doesn't get better, it gets worse. And one thing that's very important that I think everybody should know is that if you do see that your dog is frightened, don't console it. That's like saying, yes, be frightened. That consoling tone is the wrong tone to use. Hey, Jules, what are you doing, brother? Let me sit him back down. I'm going to move this back and about the same distance that I was doing with Marty. Same distance, same drill. We've been doing this for a few days, so he's pretty stable now. Sit. What? Duds? More duds? Come on. Yeah, so I'm 40 feet away, 35, 40 feet, maybe 50, something like that. I'm half the distance that I was when I originally started. Jules, sit! Duds. Well, we got one. Hang on. Good boy, sit. Jules. Jules looks like he's gonna go to sleep over there. Bad blanks again from Lion Country Supply. I'm not using them anymore. By the way, I knocked out a tooth, so I look totally hillbilly. Totally hillbilly. I gotta work. I'm going in tomorrow. Get a root canal. They'll put a new cap. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? But he's totally stable. So you see how this works? Like this afternoon, like maybe I'll come out here and I'll be 20 feet away, and I'll do it once or twice. And then the goal is, by another couple days, I want to be able to stand right by him, be able to shoot the starter pistol. Nothing. I don't want to see any, oh, big deal, it's a starter pistol. We'll also tie the sound in, the loud sound, with something real positive, a retrieve. See how it works? We make the dog, instead of being, they might still be excited, but it's controlled. We're controlling the dog's prey drive, we're controlling their excitement level. It's all about control with your dog and compliancy. If you think that you're gonna get a starter pistol and you're gonna teach your dog to do this, you have to have them in a high collar or somebody that's competent, have the leash in their hand. So if the dog gets excited, you don't want the dog to get any, you know, in emotion. You don't want them to be running. I'm telling you, 99% of the dogs, you do this if they're not on a leash. Even ones that have training, they hear the sound, they take off. And you don't want that, because by doing that, letting the dog run like that, you're giving a positive reinforcement that that's what it's supposed to do. So when it hears this sound, it runs. But no, we're changing it up. He's in a high collar, and by the time that he leaves, we'll be able to do this, and he's off of a leash going and getting him retrieved. Good boy, Jules. He's awesome. He's freaking awesome. Brother, good job. Good job, Jules. He looks like he could have gone to sleep over here while I was doing this. You start picking up on this, but you have to start doing this. The first day, it is not going to go good. You'll see like, oh, look, the dog's frightened. Yeah, tell it not to be. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying tell that dog not to be frightened. No, sit. I said sit. He's sitting. He stayed sitting. Somebody said once, when I was working with Leo doing this, some positive reinforcement idiot is saying, well, I can see the dog shaking or something. Like, I don't understand why this is. Because if you see Leo now, he's doing the dummy launcher. He's totally stable, and he's doing an activity which is great for him, and loud sounds don't bother him. So you were worried about a couple sessions about the dog having a lot of excitement, but now the dog is more stable around loud sounds. That's the point. Get with it. I'm at the dentist, so I don't look like the hillbilly anymore. And they're anti-sugar, of course. And they have this here, which is like, how much sugar is in these drinks? It's a ton. That's what I'm saying. That's why I gave up sugar. Orange juice? Look at all that. It doesn't matter if it's honey, maple syrup. It doesn't matter what the sweetener is. Sugar is sugar. I mean, this Pure Leaf stuff, it's loaded with it. I mean, look at Coke. Look at Coke. For years I did that. Absolute years. They're all like this. Look how much sugar is in. It's horrible.